Welcome back to the Anchor Down Podcast. This is Season 3, Episode 22. Your host, Ian Larrabee.
Co-host, Benny Gallick.
And today, coming back after a little bit of a break, and not much going on.
Winter sports are kind of...
They're done. For us.
They're done here.
Yeah, for Hibbing, we are all done. Boys basketball, they finished up their season with a tough loss last week to Duluth Denfeld.
Right. Yeah, a tough loss there, but overall, kind of look at it as a pretty good kind of rebuild season, I thought.
Totally. I totally agree. I don't think they played as well as they should have or could have in that game. I was watching it with my mom and uncle who both play basketball. Like, they know a little bit more of what they're looking for and talking about than I do.
Yep.
But even I could see a lot of just like immature mistakes. I think just young
plays,
just young guys who don't have as much experience as they should or need to. But you think about it, they only have 3-4 seniors on the team. I think.
Yeah, that's kind of like when we were in 10th grade and when we made it to the section final for hockey. It was just kind of like, this is a different game than being like, at the Memorial Building. Like this is the final, so there's pressure, but experience in that type of game does help. And
I really think maybe only the seniors, maybe one or two of them would be the only ones to have ever actually played in a section finals game, because they did. I think like our 9th grade year, was it? They made it to the finals? Somewhere in there.
Yeah,
so
one of them.
Like maybe, but most of them haven't made it that far. They don't know quite what it's like.
No, yeah, and it's different.
It is. It's a whole
like
different
a big
level.
stage, yeah.
But, again, looking at them in the past couple years to this year.
Yeah, big changes.
Crazy turnaround. They performed so much better. I think they went from... what they have, like only a few wins last year to having a mainly winning record.
Right. Yeah.
Super cool to see, and they do have a really young team, so I'm sure
that's a bright future for them next year.
Yeah.
Kind of getting those younger kids.
Yeah.
Kind of more into the role of you're kind of set and stoned on the team, but don't lift, because there's obviously going to be that younger kid coming for a spot too. So
right. Yeah, 100%.
It's kind of nice when everyone's fighting for a spot, but at the same time, that you're kind of locked on the team right now. So, it's nice.
Yeah, they've got a couple 10th graders, that are starting and play a lot. So, they'll mature a bit more, and those juniors moving up to that senior position, the leadership roles. I'm sure they're gonna have a nice year next year as well. They've got a lot of potential in their future.
Hopefully that girls basketball team can kind of swing it around too for next year. I know they struggled this year, but I'm not sure how many graduated there.
A few, only I think maybe three or four there as well. It's kind of similar, I think, with the seniors.
Hopefully they can come back and kind of give it a run. I know, obviously this year's it's an experience year when you lose that many games. You definitely know what doesn't work after this year. So hopefully you can change a couple things and make a comeback, kind of come for like a 500 season or
for sure.
Yeah.
And I do think a big thing this goes for any sport. Whether you play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however many sports you play, is all the work you got to put in that off season.
Oh, for sure.
A lot of people don't have a spring sport. I think spring might be the lowest.
Yeah, I'm gonna
numbers.
guess. Yeah.
Because you really just have track, baseball, softball,
tennis. Yeah.
And tennis for boys.
Yeah, I think track would probably be the biggest.
Track
one,
does.
There's so many
different
events, but that's definitely a good one to get in for speed.
But putting in join track if you don't have anything in the spring, for next year. Because again, if you're gonna do sprinting or do long distance, it's gonna help you.
For
throwing.
Football,
there's just
speed, skating.
There's a lot. There's a lot out there. Even as lifting, you've got either the gyms in town or the weight room at the high schools open for free. There's a lot of opportunities there. Heck, what does it take to go on your bike and go bike around town or get on a little jog?
One sport I wish we had though was lacrosse.
I know, dude. I totally agree with lacrosse.
I just watch some YouTube reels on it or something. It's just looks so fun.
Mm-hmm.
That would be. I know there was talk of a club team a couple of years ago.
Yep.
But
they had
I don't know if it ever took off or not. But
definitely didn't. I think they had kind of a sheet of interest, and I don't know if they maybe need to get a certain number of people. But
I also know they would have to
definitely didn't.
mod our field up too
Right.
for lines, but yeah, I don't know. It just seems fun to me. It's like
Yeah.
contact sport too. I
It
mean, but
is,
it's
yeah.
a wicked sport. So yeah.
Yeah, my dad played it in high school,
Right.
and so he's like, I mean, I've heard a lot about it. And I've watched it before,
Yeah.
like gone watched like my cousin play
Yeah,
it.
really good eye-hand
Other people.
coordination. Speaking of that, yeah, when I was really young, I watched lacrosse in person, and I was like mind blown.
It's pretty cool, though.
Yeah,
and
it's
then it
cool.
is. I mean, they like take that stick, whoosh,
Yeah,
hit you
like
with it
when
so
you're running
hard.
down the field,
Yeah.
they're slapping you.
Yeah.
So they don't care. But yeah, that would be a really cool sport to get around.
But to be fair, I don't think we need to add any
No,
more sports. I think we have plenty
our school
as
has
it
a
is.
lot, but yeah,
We do have
maybe
a
if
lot.
we cut a couple and added this, but yeah.
Got the lowest number ones, get something fresh
Yeah.
in there. But yeah, there's, like I said, winter sports wrapped up. For us, they're still finishing up. The boys basketball state tournament started 2 days ago, maybe yesterday,
Yeah.
2 days ago, and that goes through this weekend. Saturday is when the championship games all are. Cherry yet again made it to the state tournament.
Right.
They're sitting with the 1 seed again this year. And so, Cherry being close, we talked about it with hockey and other sports, sometimes even just teams in your neighboring schools,
Right.
especially up north here.
Yeah.
We're all a community in a sense.
Yeah, and kind of when they went for football or made it to the final for football against MIB, I mean, I think everyone was kind of rooting for Cherry as the underdog there, but yeah.
Yeah, so, still rooting them on, and good luck to those guys down there. I mean, a lot of people from Hibbing go to Cherry, or from Cherry now live in Hibbing. Like, we kind of mix a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's 3 miles away. So
right, it's just a jog down the road.
Yep.
I'm going to hopefully be going down Saturday to watch the finals for that.
Yeah, that should be fun.
I've been down and back from Minneapolis like a dozen times in the past 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, that's one state tournament I've never been to is basketball.
Either have I, and I really would like to go,
Yeah.
just as the experience,
Right, yeah.
And then also with it, of course, because winter's wrapping up, as we have our spring sports starting up. I think track has already started captain's practices.
Yep.
They've been doing that at the high school. I'm sure we won't be able to get outside for a little bit still because it's 30 degrees at the high every day.
Yeah, it's not very nice right now.
That's
but,
terrible.
I mean, at least most of the snow is melted.
Yeah, at
or
least the snow.
melted, but yeah.
It's still cold. I woke up this morning, it was like 15 degrees.
Yeah, it's still cold in the mornings. It definitely is.
Not happy. But then other than that, baseball, softball, golf, those captain's practices usually start up within the next couple weeks here. Tennis, have you guys heard
this
anything?
week we were in Virginia.
Yeah.
I know today we have a scrimmage versus Hermantown.
Oh, really?
In Virginia. Yeah, I mean it's really not much, but and
just
then
to get playing.
Yeah, and then Friday we have a scrimmage versus Rockridge also at the indoor as well. So
Nice. Yeah. I mean, it is nice that at least somewhere nearby has an indoor. So you guys, I mean, it's not too terrible of a drive to go over to Rockridge. Is it? It's in town though. It's in Virginia.
Right, it's right behind Target, pretty much, like 3 or 4 blocks behind Target.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's really not bad. It just sucks that our courts aren't really usable right now because there's so much sand and stuff on them from winter. And
gotta get cleaned up.
Yep. Yeah, so hopefully they should be taking care of that before Monday because that's when real practice starts. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah. So
And
everything
then-
is starting up.
Yeah, and then we have a week of practice. Then we're in Elk River for meets as
Right
for an
away?
overnighter. So
Yeah,
it's
nice.
right away. So 3 meets right in a row first week. So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's not. We'll ease into it. Gary
It's-
must have been like, "Yeah, we're really gonna hammer the meets," but that's all right. Meets a lot more fun than practice.
No kidding. No kidding. It always
definitely-
is.
Yeah, it's fun.
And it is nice though. Like, and I was talking with some kids about golf too. Like down in the cities, dude, everything's already open.
Yeah,
golf courses are open.
right.
Outdoor. I'm sure they have got way more indoor arenas down there for tennis, but even the outdoors, I'm sure you can get outside easily now.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, definitely sports are starting up right now. Get into it, get active.
Yeah. And then they'll be done too.
Yeah,
like this. So,
because really, you
spring
think about
sports
it,
are pretty quick. I mean,
it's already nearing the end of March,
Right.
man. There's just a couple months left.
Yeah.
Of school, of sports, everything.
They're the longer 2 months of the year, definitely. 'Cause
Definitely.
You can see the end, but it's not quite there. So yeah,
Still got to deal with it.
days go slow, but yeah, the months will be fast. So,
Right.
yeah, I just remember we were talking. It was the beginning of March. I mean,
Yeah, no kidding.
now we're here. So yeah.
I think I think the end of the third quarter is about the 28th or so of March. So I mean, just over a week away, really. And that'll be close. I can feel it, man. As a senior, I'm at the point where it's
you're done.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm getting all my plans set up for next year, what I'm doing, and
that's
kind
awesome.
Of like, let's go. Let's finish.
Right.
Let's wrap this up.
Mind blast.
I think that was a little mind blast right there. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, we are. This is the time too. I think that's important to stay on top of your stuff though, because it's so easy to fall behind with everything happening.
Right, and then speaking of fourth quarter coming soon, that'll fall over into your fall sport as well. So
right. Yeah. Great.
Definitely important.
I mean, how many kids this year on the football team did we see having to sit out because of fourth quarter
last
grades?
Year's stuff that you don't want to let that stuff linger with you. You just want to get a fresh start.
No, it's no bueno. So yeah, everyone getting all that stuff done. Other than that, there is the choir concerts tonight.
Right. Yeah.
At the high school,
Lights.
And it's like I think it's 7th through 12th grade, all at the high school. They have all the different choirs plus the Northern Lights and everything. It's an event to see. So hopefully that goes well to them.
Yeah,
they're gonna have. Yeah, I'm sure.
They're usually pretty good.
They are.
When they perform like for in-school activity stuff, they're
right.
Really good. So yeah.
Yep. So we got that going on, and really, I don't know that there's much else happening at school.
No, school it's really calm
for the moment. It's pretty calm right now. I think just everyone trying to get rid of the winter, trying to get rid of the cold. Man, I'm looking for. I was just down in Texas and. Dude, the coldest it got down there was like 75.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
Like, wow.
Yeah.
Come back to Minnesota.
I know when my parents were just on vacation, people kind of were saying, it's like the last cold day. And my dad's like, it's 70 degrees. Like, well, it's all right here. Yeah.
And then I drove up. I actually went down to Mankato, stayed there a night, and then drove all the way up on Tuesday back here. And it was like, all right, the cities are 50 degrees, let's say. Right. Not terrible. Got to Hinckley, it's like 40 degrees.
Yeah, it drops quick.
It's a little colder by the time you get, up towards Hibbing. You're like, and it's 30 degrees again. Welcome back to the ice show.
Yeah, the Polar Plunge in Cary Lake, I heard went pretty well. So there's a decent amount of people there, I know. But
and I do believe there was actual ice there this year, because last year.
Yeah, last year there was.
Last year they had to take a little boat out or something.
Yep.
Into it because there wasn't ice to jump into.
Yeah, there's definitely ice there this year. Yeah. So that was nice.
And then there's also today a fundraiser type thingamajig at the Memorial Building around noon. Okay. It's put on by the United Way,
right?
As well as some other sponsors. I think.
we did some work for them. During the winter,
as
the hockey team, we packed a ton of buddy backpacks. I forgot what they're called.
I think that's what they are called.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily know all of what the United Way does, but I know
they're just kind of like a charity.
Yeah,
they're just like Salvation Army and all of them.
Yeah,
just kind of
they dip their fingers in a lot of things.
Yeah, I know what they were talking about. It was over Christmas break, each kid would get 2 buddy backpacks to bring home.
Yeah,
it's just something like that.
Yeah,
something nice for the kids.
Right, and this thing today, the beanbag, it's raising money for veterans. Okay. I don't know if it's a specific organization or what they're putting the money towards, but. Again, just bringing in money, and it's nice too. I mean, it's like what, I don't know, $20-$40 to register, and you go have some lunch by Boomtown, you play beanbags, you're donating money and helping out. Can't knock it. It's a good time.
No, yeah, definitely.
But other than that, man, I don't really have a whole lot else.
Just kind of slowing down, but at the same time rising back up.
Right.
There's usually about 2 weeks in between each sport where it's just kind of dead around here.
Yeah, but pretty quiet. And
then once stuff starts wrapping up, then it's like, well, what do you do? And then you unfold the next one. So
it's good to stay busy though.
Right, definitely is.
Having stuff going on, things to do, somewhere to spend your time.
Yeah,
nice. Have you been watching at all The Wild?
Yeah, I know they've been struggling lately, but. I know they're like 6 points out of a playoff run right now, so which
Yeah.
obviously isn't the end of the world.
Right.
Yeah, their injury list is it's rising again. I know Rossi
Really?
went out last night with a lower body.
Yeah.
Foligno he's back skating, but another upper body. I know Kaprizov's still out.
Yeah.
Then a couple other guys with an illness. I know the Brodin is out. So yeah, just kind of key players, and it sucks because the Wild don't have any secondary scoring. They rely on their top guys heavily, and when their top guys aren't there, they struggle. But they were able to get 3 goals last night, so that's not. I mean, for who they're missing, that's good. And it was like within like the first 4 minutes of the game too.
Oh, really?
So it was just like it was really fun to watch. And then I thought the rest of the game they just kind of held back because obviously when you're up 3, you don't really need to go. But yeah, so I don't know. They're not in the worst spot, but they're definitely not in the best spot. So they got about 15, 16 games left.
Right,
and
a few
I know
weeks.
They're all kind of back to back. I know they don't play till Saturday now, but other than that, it's every other. So they'll be busy. But yeah, definitely will be a crunch time team again as well. So hopefully they can make it this year like they not did last year.
Right.
So, yeah.
And then baseball. I know MLB. I know spring training started. They're getting into playing now.
Yeah, down in the warmer parts of the country.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you think they're got a little bit of an advantage down there being able to play. But even that, baseball starts out. That's another season that's just ridiculously long.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, they play a bajillion games.
Maybe even 2 games a day. I mean,
dude, it just gets crazy.
Yeah, those are big games and big contracts, big teams.
No kidding.
It's a sport.
Yeah.
I know the Timberwolves were on about a 9-game win streak. I don't know if they're still on it or not, but
I'm not too sure, to be honest.
I'm not either.
I have not been paying attention to much, man.
I think they're about 10 games over 500.
Okay, so it's not.
Yeah, a bit over 500, but not compared to last year. They are kind of disappointing, to be honest. But
yeah, well,
Minnesota sports, what's new?
We'll see. Yep, they get your hopes up and they crush it. So
yeah.
All right.
Season starts next Thursday for the Twins.
Oh,
next Thursday, so about a week away, as the Twins are starting up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Other than that, again,
JJ McCarthy.
Oh yeah.
He's going to be the starter.
JJ is officially the starter. The talk of Aaron Rodgers is done. He's not coming to Minnesota, so they're kind of they're set on JJ. So
I was expecting nothing less.
I didn't really think he was going to make it here either.
No,
but
you'd have to spend way more money than it'd be worth to get him. And
I do know one thing though is that kid JJ knows how to win a football game.
He does. He definitely knows,
can win,
and that helps.
But that Michigan offense was heavily on the run, so we'll be in for something. I know this year. I know he's not going to be a pushover, but I know Michigan was heavy on that run. So.
I think you look at how rookies come into the NFL, like quarterbacks especially, and they either can handle their own and do all right, or boy do they struggle.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Honestly, I kind of would say that it wasn't the worst thing for him to have to sit out a year and wait.
No,
and
I really
just
don't
train
think either, and just kind of get used to the system.
Yeah, learn how it's played. Practice under some more veteran quarterbacks. Kind of learn a little bit from them.
And then on the other hand, I mean, you have Jaden Daniels with the Commanders who just jumped right in there and killed
spanking it.
Right? Yeah, he's doing awesome.
It does. There are certain people, man, that are able to handle that. But I would say it was probably good for him to take some time. Hopefully the injury doesn't creep in. Sometimes those early injuries kind of hurt you later on. But it'll be good. Yeah, we will see there. But other than that, we really don't have a whole lot happening here. I'm surprised we were able to make it go this long today.
Not bad.
But again, just to everyone getting out there, get out, get active. Spring sports, activities, anything. Just get yourself involved in stuff going on.
Yeah, and if you're not, go out and watch.
Yeah, no kidding.
There's stuff still to watch. It's not like there was just hockey and basketball to watch all winter. There's stuff in the spring to watch.
Yep, be supportive, get out there. And
golf meets, anything.
Yeah,
there's
a lot
meets,
there.
There's stuff to watch still. So.
And any sport's happy to take more kids. I guarantee any sport. No one's denying anyone to join the sport.
Yeah, but there's not much time left to sign up. I do know that. They do cut that off, so it'll be...
Yeah,
Make your decision quick.
other than that, weather hopefully is going to get better here.
Yeah.
Move into the spring, and again, stay on top of school and grades and all of that. We will see you next week on Anchor Down.
For over 25 years, U.S. Bank, located at 211 East Howard Street in Hibbing, Minnesota, has provided office and studio space for Hibbing Public Access Television. We are thankful for their ongoing support. Hibbing Public Access TV may be viewed on these platforms: hpat.org with video on demand, Mediacom Hibbing 802, 805, and 807. On Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. Download the Hibbing Public Access TV app for your iPhone and Android devices. Find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Vimeo. For more information, scan the QR code and go to hpat.org.